Hello everybody and welcome to this verbling class. My name is Teacher Amy and today's class is on the conditional tenses. Okay, it doesn't sound that exciting, does it? But don't worry, we're going to mix it up a bit. The point of today's class is to have a bit of a practice of the conditional tenses in English, which are occasionally a bit of a challenge for some of you. So we will be looking at a little bit of an explanation of how to use these tenses so that everyone gets on the right track. And then we're just going to be talking informally about situations or questions that involve the use of the conditional tenses. So if you want to practice your usage of conditionals, that's mostly statements which contain the word if and a condition, then come along and join us. Before we get started, let me give you two links in the chat box. They'll help you with your time here on Verbling. All of the teachers have a Facebook page, which is the first link, and a Verbling teacher page, which is the second link. And you can take a look at those. The first one is the Facebook page link. Now, Facebook, I think everybody knows what Facebook is. The reason why we have these is because it's a really good way to keep in touch with students and teachers in a kind of informal way, just to make comments or share things. You can see what's coming up. A lot of teachers put their classes on there. So do go and check that out if you're into Facebook. If not, don't worry, because we also have Verbling teacher pages. These tell you a bit more concrete information about each teacher. So if you go ahead, click on the link of mine, what you'll see is some information about me as a teacher, who I am, and what I've been doing. Also, my upcoming classes here on Verbling. So if you're interested in my classes, you can take a look at what's coming up in the next week or so and book a slot, if you like. If you click on the follow button, then you'll be automatically notified of classes from that teacher, which is great, very handy. And also, you can see my schedule. So if private tutoring is something that interests you, by private tutoring what I mean is that you can have a class just one-on-one with the teacher. So not a class, but a tutoring session. Then you can see my schedule, and this is the same for all teachers, from our Verbling teacher pages, where you can choose a slot and book a slot with us if you'd like to focus on something really specific or get something a bit more out of your time. You can also write me a message. So do send me a message if you have any questions or want to find out more. Okay, that being behind us now, let's see who we've got to join us in this conversation using the conditional tenses. Say firstly hello to Mook.
Yes, hi.
Hello, it's nice to meet you, Mook. I haven't met you before, have I?
Yes, I just signed up for this website today.
Woohoo! A new Verbling student. Welcome.
Yes.
It's lovely to meet you. Where are you from, Mook?
I'm from Thailand.
From Thailand?
Yes.
How exciting. You're my first student from Thailand.
Oh, really? That's good.
Wow, I've always wanted to go to Thailand. What kind of weather are you having there at the moment? Is it hot? Is it always hot in Thailand?
Yeah, it's always hot. But now it's raining. Yeah.
It's raining. Oh, okay, fair enough. It's raining here too, so nothing new there. Well, Mook, welcome to Verbling and welcome to this class. If you have any questions about anything, you get stuck with what you're doing, let us know, okay?
Yes. Okay. Thank
All right, welcome. Who else do we have here? We have Natalie.
Yes, that's right.
Hello, Natalie. Nice to meet you. I'm Amy.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah? Where are you from, Natalie?
I'm from Colombia.
Ah, so you speak Spanish. Very good. And tell me, why are you learning English?
Because I like it. Because right now I'm living in a speaker country, speaking English country. So
where are you living?
Country, sorry, in London.
You're living in wonderful London. Oh, well, that's good. So you're using your English every day.
Yes, more or less. Not every day, but I try all the time, but it's not easy.
I agree with that. So are you there by yourself, Natalie, or with your family or friends?
I'm with my husband right now.
Okay, so you can speak in Spanish with him when you get sick of Londoners.
Yeah, uh, we all the time speak in Spanish, so it's a little complicated for us so to speak in English.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, it's lovely to meet you. I like your picture of Stonehenge. I used to live very near Stonehenge in near Salisbury. So there you go. An interesting fact for you. Welcome to the class. Who else do we have here? Isaac. Hello.
Hi, teacher. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, Isaac, I can't remember if I've met you or not. Have we
Yeah.
met? We
Yeah, one
have.
class.
I thought I recognized your picture. Can you
Mhm.
remind me, where are you from?
Valencia, Spain.
Ah, okay. Well, that's great. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the class, Isaac. And we also
Thank
have
you.
Araceli.
Hello, how are you, teacher?
I'm great, thank you. How do I say your name, firstly?
It's Araceli. I'll
Araceli.
try to write it down. Yeah, like that.
Where are you
Perfect.
from?
I'm from Spain.
Which part of Spain?
Now I am in Alicante, in Denia, but I usually live in Madrid,
Well,
in
good
the
morning
center
to you
of
too.
Spain. But now I'm on holiday, so I'm
Yay!
yeah, I moved to the coast, and I'm
That
yes,
sounds
my family
wonderful.
lives in Valencia, so I like to. Yeah, it's I know there is a lot of people from Britain here, actually.
Please don't
Yeah,
talk about them, Araceli. So embarrassing. Lots of awful British people going to Spain to get a tan and not speaking Spanish. Oh, but okay. It's great that you're on holiday in Alicante, and sorry, I just couldn't hear you very well because there seemed to be a connection issue. But welcome to the class. Are you a fan of Frozen? Do you know what I mean when I say Frozen, Araceli? I'm just looking at your picture. Is that a character from the Disney movie? No? Are you still there? Oh, we've lost her. All right. Hopefully she'll be back soon. And we'll say hello to Ken. Hey,
Yes,
Ken.
hello.
How
Yes,
are you?
hello.
Haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, yeah, long time no see. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
You haven't changed your picture because I recognize it.
Yeah, if I use Windows 7 64-bit version, I need to click camera icon to to show my icon. Yeah, I don't know what, but anyway. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. So how is your studying going, Ken?
hmm So far so good.
So far, so good?
Yeah. Yes,
Good.
and
Well, I'm glad to
thanks
hear
to
that.
the bubbling, I can learn a lot about English things. Kind of,
Great
yeah,
news. I'm
yeah.
glad to hear that.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Well, welcome to all of you. I think Araceli is back. Are you back, Araceli? Oh, no. All right. Well, we hope you can join us if you're having connection problems. It happens to all of us
yes,
now
I
and
think
again. Oh, yay. Okay, that's good. That's good. So welcome to all of you. Now, this class is going to be, hopefully it's going to be more fun than it looks, because I have planned this around talking about the conditional tense, because a lot of my students struggle a little bit with this. I know that it can be a little bit confusing. There are very set rules about it, which is quite unusual for English. So we're going to spend this lesson not talking too much about grammar, but just practicing the conditional tense. And we're going to start off with what we usually call the second conditional, because this is the one that people tend to find the most difficult. So before we get started on any questions, what I am going to do is send you, well, you can load this in your window if you like, but we're just going to read a really short description of the second conditional so that you all get the idea of what it is before we practice. And if you don't want to load it, I'm just going to do a screen share now anyway, so you don't need to worry. I'll just say hello to Shafar. Hey, Shafar. Is he there? Are you there? No? Okay, we'll say hello to him again in a moment. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Right, so here we go. I'm just going to share my screen, so hopefully you guys can all see this. This is a really short description of the second conditional. To put it into context, we have four conditionals, so we have 0, first, second, and third. And you can also mix them together, which is sometimes called the mixed conditional. But we'll focus today on the simpler ones. Alright, so we're going to read this together. If there are any questions, we'll go through them and then we'll start talking about it all. So I'm going to ask Isaac, could you start reading for us, please?
From the
Just from here, please. Number 3, the second conditional.
The second conditional. Example sentence. If I became a billionaire, I would buy Buckingham Palace. If clause, sorry.
No, I was just going to say keep going.
If clause. If I became a billionaire, verb past simple. Main clause. I would buy Buckingham Palace. Verb would plus infinitive. Explanation. With the second conditional, we are talking about what the speaker thinks of as a present impossibility or an improbable future possibility.
Thank you, Isaac. Great reading. Okay. I will ask now Mook. Mook, could you please read the other examples for us?
Yes. If I knew her name, I would tell you. But this is impossible because I don't know her name. Present impossibility. If I were the queen of the world, I would make everybody wear pink clothes. But this is rather unlikely to occur. Improbable future possibility.
Thank you, Mook. Alright, so there we have a basic explanation, guys. The first thing I want to point out is the verb tenses. So with conditionals, we usually have the word if, right? And the part of the sentence which contains the if is called the if clause. The clause is just another way of saying section of sentence, for example. Then the other part of the sentence is called the main clause. So the if clause has to contain a verb in the past simple, and the main clause has to contain would plus the infinitive of the verb. So that's all I want to worry about for now. What we're going to do is we're actually going to take the examples we've got here and we're going to practice them. I'm going to ask you guys some and then we'll expand into some different questions and play a little bit of a game. So what I'm going to ask first of all is the first question here, and I'm going to ask it to Natalie. Natalie, so I'm going to ask you, if you became a billionaire, what would you do?
If I became a millionaire, I will travel around the world
Why would you do that?
because it's one of my dreams.
Do you have specific places that you would like to go to?
I want to go every capital in the world, the important cities of the world. You know, that's one
All
of my
the
plans. the
That's a
important
very
capitals, or and at least go to the most recognized, So
all right. So the most important capitals. So if you had to tell me, say, five of those places, what would they be? What would be the most important to you?
I would probably like to go to Sydney, or maybe go to um, Washington,
Hmm.
and when I get there, I want to go to New York as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
um, I don't know, Argentina or pass. Maybe in South America, I want to go out, at 3 or 4 different places.
Yeah.
So, so yes, Brazil, Chile, and Uruguay as well, because I got friends there over there,
Hmm.
and Venezuela as well. So
Wow.
I don't know. I want to go everywhere.
To be honest, if you were a billionaire, you probably could go everywhere because you'd have so much money, it wouldn't matter. You could just travel around for the rest of your life, Natalie.
Yeah, yeah, that would be fantastic.
All right, well, you never know. You never know what will happen in life. Okay, let's ask Ken. Ken, it's your turn. If you became a billionaire,
Mhm.
what would you do?
Mm, I've never been rich, so maybe I would save my money and I would think, what should I do?
Good answer. And now, okay, imagine that I told you, okay, you can have $1 million, but you have to tell me what you will spend it on in the next 20 seconds. Off you go. Otherwise, you lose it.
Yeah.
What would you say? What would you say?
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, I would go travel, yeah, if
You
it
would
it
travel?
happened. Yeah.
Where
Or
would you go?
America, England, European country, Asian countries, Australia, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Would you go to the moon?
Ah, moon is too stressful actually,
Yeah, you think
Yeah,
so?
because before that we need to train a lot and the zero gravity in long travel in isolated spaces would be not so comfortable.
All right,
It's
so stay on
challenging. Yeah.
Earth. You just go everywhere on Earth.
Yeah, because I'm Earthling. Earthling is the proper expression for this.
You're a what?
Earthling.
An
Earthling.
Earthling.
Yeah.
Yes, you're an Earthling.
Mhm.
I'll type that one into the chat box. Hold on a second. There you go. All right, fair enough. Good answer, Ken. You'd stay on Earth because you're an Earthling, right?
Yes.
All right, we have to ask Natalie now. Natalie, would you like to go to the moon as part of your travel?
No.
You're an
No,
Hello,
Earthling
teacher.
and
How are you?
yes, I like gravity. So
you like gravity. All right.
that was also good.
I
Yes,
agree.
thank you.
I agree, Natalie. Hello, Obaid. Welcome to the class.
Hello, Amy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Are you doing all right?
All right, all things are right.
Good. Glad to hear it. Welcome. We're talking about the conditional. We've just read what you can see on your screen, and now we're
Yeah.
answering the questions and just having a bit of a practice. So, Natalie and Ken have already told us. Now I'm going to ask Isaac. Isaac, if you became a billionaire, what would you do?
Well, I think I would do the same.
You would
Travel.
travel,
Yeah, I think.
and
Yeah. hmm
when you're traveling, Isaac, what kinds of activities would you like to do?
Well, I would travel, but would try to uh, do something like ski or
You like,
sail.
hmm
I like ski. I like sail. Now I try to ski For example, if I would visit the States in
If I
Colorado
visited the States, yeah. Yeah.
or Canada, mhm,
Um,
try to ski there.
Absolutely. Sorry, Isaac, just because we're focusing so much on the conditional today, you need to say, if I visited the States, I would ski. Yeah? So past simple.
Okay.
And did you say that you already ski? Are you a skier now?
Now, not because it's summer in Spain.
Yes, but in your life
Yeah,
already, have you skied
yeah.
before? Yeah.
Last January
Hmm.
was in Andorra.
Ah, and what was the skiing like there? Was it good
Awesome.
skiing?
Oh, I think regular ski.
Regular. I'm not a skier myself, so I don't know much about it, to be honest, Isaac.
No?
No, I have been like twice, but I'm absolutely hopeless at it.
Yeah, I think for 8 or 9 years I've been skiing.
Wow. So you
A
are
few, yeah,
pretty
a few.
advanced.
Well, now because I only uh, can ski a few days during the year,
Yeah.
but well, I try to make profit when I have the opportunity.
To make progress.
Yeah, progress.
Yeah. All right, that's interesting. Okay, so Isaac is going to go on like a skiing tour around the world, and
Mhm.
Natalie wants to go with you, it seems. So hopefully you're open to that. um, all right, thank you, Isaac. Let's ask Mook. Mook, if you became a billionaire, what would you do?
I would like to. I would open the restaurant because I love food.
Really? Okay, that's a great one.
Yeah.
You'd open a restaurant.
Yes.
And
And
would you work in the restaurant or would you just get other people to work there?
other people.
Okay, so you just sit
Maybe
with your
I
feet up and
can
eat.
taste it. Yeah.
That sounds like a great idea, Mook. Okay, so you'd open a restaurant, you would hire some people to work there, and then you just eat all day.
Yeah, sounds good.
But wouldn't you worry about putting on weight?
I kind
No?
of skinny and I want to gain some weight, but I'm still skinny. I don't know why.
You're like me, Mook, so we can eat whatever we like. I'm coming to your restaurant if
Yes.
you do that. You'll have to invite me over.
Yes, sure.
Okay, let's hope you become a billionaire. All right. Well done. Who else have we got here? Shafar, are you there still?
Yes, teacher.
All right, tell us, what would you do if you became a billionaire?
If I became a billionaire, I would buy maybe 100 car, 100 expensive car. Yeah,
100
depend.
expensive cars?
Yes, cars.
Wow, and where would you put them all?
uh, I I would put it in my home, in my garbage. Because before I buy this car, I would
Mhm.
buy a Buchcam Palace, like like the
All right, so before buying the cars, you would buy a huge house,
yes,
and then you would buy 100 cars, and
uh,
to be honest, you'd need
and that
more than a
expensive.
garage, Shafar.
What?
You'd need more than a garage. You'd need like a whole parking
Yeah, of
building.
course. Yeah, maybe I buy a car every day, and after I using it, I throw away the car, so I don't have to build a huge garbage.
So you don't have to what, Shafar?
I don't have to build huge their beds
So
because after
you're just
yeah
you
because
return them.
after I use the car, I throw away that and I buy some one. I buy one again.
So you just drive it, and then when you got bored, give it back or throw it away
Yeah,
and buy a new one.
maybe I will give it to you if you want.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, write me down on the list. I'm gonna go to Mook's restaurant, and I'm gonna get your old cars from you when you're done with them. Perfect. Thank you, Shafar. All right, Obaid, it's your turn. If you became a millionaire, what would you do?
I become what?
If you became a billionaire, had loads of
Billionaire.
money.
Yeah. First I buy one house, a big one house. I
Yep.
still, yeah, and visit many country like you say and New Zealand, uh, and take some money from homeless. You
That's
know,
very nice,
yeah,
Obaid. I'm glad someone
yeah,
mentioned that. Good.
yes.
All right, excellent. Well done, guys. So we've had a bit of a warm up with the second conditional. What we're going to do now is to play a sort of a game. It's not so much of a game, actually. But what we're going to do is take it in turns. I'm going to start off by asking a question. And I'm going to ask Ken my first question. Ken, you have to answer my question. And then you have to ask the next person a question of your own. So you guys are going to have to think of some questions that use the second conditional. So a good way to start is if you what would you do, for example. So I'm going to start off by asking you, Ken, if you could speak English perfectly, what would you do?
I would teach English.
Really? Is that the honest truth?
Yeah,
Is that your goal for learning English, or are you just learning it for fun or some other reason?
a part of the reason, yes.
Really? Well, I'm glad to hear that, Ken. That's great. Okay, it's your turn. You have to think of a question and
Okay.
ask Isaac
Mhm.
using the
Uh,
second conditional.
if it snowed t tomorrow, what would you do?
I know what he'd do. Go skiing. But I'll let you answer that, Isaac. Did you
Uh,
hear Ken's question?
I don't hear
You didn't
quite
hear it.
clearly.
So, Ken, I'll repeat it for you. Ken asked you, if it snowed tomorrow, what would you do?
Okay. Right. Uh, if it snows tomorrow, I would mm, go quickly to the mountains to
And
ski.
ski. I knew it! All right, well done, Isaac. Isaac, your turn. You have to think of a question and ask Mook your question.
If you had a brilliant mind, what would you do?
Excellent. She might already have a brilliant mind.
Um, I would write a book. Yes, I would write a book, a good book.
What would your book be about, Mook?
It will be about
Cooking.
how, yeah, how to improve yourself. Yes,
A
something
self-help
like
book.
that. Yeah, a self-esteem, self-confident.
Really? That's so interesting. And why don't you just write the book anyway, Mook? You might have a brilliant mind. Do you think you have a brilliant mind?
Hmm, maybe.
There you you go. You should just write your self-help book. What advice would you give people in your self-help book?
Mm,
Just give me one idea.
I think about improve your confidence, like change your like poster, like power posting. When you do some power posting, and you will think you stronger or more confident.
Did you say power posting?
Yes.
What is power posting, Mook? I've never heard of that before.
It's like when we feel pride or when we win something and we raise our hands and smile, something like that.
Really? Can you type it into the chat box for me, please?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm interested to read this book. You're going to have to write it now so that I can come to your restaurant, eat your food, and read your book. Power posing. Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's a new concept for me. I'll have to look that one up. So do you read self-help books, Mook, to help you?
Yes.
And have you read about power posing, or is it something you've learned somewhere else?
I know this page from inspirational talk from some website in YouTube, maybe I think. Yes, in
Oh,
YouTube.
really?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, thank you for sharing that with us. It's your turn to ask a question now, and you need to ask Natalie.
Yes. Um, if you became a superstar, what would you do?
There you go, Natalie.
That's not gonna happen. It's not my cup of tea, so I'm never gonna be a superstar.
Oh, Natalie, all right, that's totally fair enough. But can
Sorry,
I...
but I just can't imagine myself doing anything like that, you know?
Absolutely. Can I ask you another question, Natalie, which is very
Right.
closely related, right? If you became famous for something, not necessarily a superstar, but if you became famous for something, what do you think it would most likely be? What is your natural talent or something that you could in any
Uh,
way be possibly famous for?
I like to help, so I really like to one day if I became famous, it will be because I helped someone or because I did something important. But it doesn't matter for me that be recognized is not important for me. So, but I would like to think that if that happened, that I hope not because I don't like that. Yeah, it's because that, not because something brutal or something. The medium is a little critical and cruel, so I don't like those things.
I agree so much, Natalie, honestly. I couldn't agree more. The media are horrible, aren't they? But anyway,
Yeah.
I love the sound of that. So we have to watch out for Natalie, who will one day get a Nobel Peace Prize, right, Natalie?
Yeah. Let's see.
Mook will invite you for a free meal at her restaurant on that day. All right, thank you, Natalie. It's your turn to ask a question to Obaid.
Right, right. If you could travel in the time, where would you like to go or travel again? Or travel again?
Excuse
Good
me
question.
again.
If you could travel in time, where would you like to go?
When I travel,
If
If
you
you could
could.
travel in time, Obaid.
yeah, I travel. I want to really. I want to travel China because
So,
China. Yeah, because China have many culture there.
I
I want to.
think
yeah.
I want to discover many culture there and how we can people live in Chinese and discover the history of Chinese.
I
Okay.
agree with you, your Obaid. I think China's a fascinating country. But actually, Natalie's question was not about traveling on Earth. It was about traveling in time, so changing your time, like going back to the past or going forward to the future, like Doctor Who.
Ah, you mean if you return your time?
Yeah, time travel rather than distance travel.
Yeah, if you live in past timing.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, what you have happening there. Um, really I want to live in 1918 in the black white color on TV. That many more many moves is romantics and clear, and I think that opinion is not liar, more liar like today, you know.
So, Obaid, you go back to the 1980s, right?
Yes.
You know what? I would join you because I really like the music from the 1980s. So, you'll have a traveling companion there, Obaid.
Yeah, I have here one machine make it that.
Really?
Yes. I'm
Not on
joking with you.
Doctor Who.
Yeah. But the machine just only one person is riding.
It only fits one person in it.
Yeah, just only one basis in one person.
What a shame. You'll have to go and then I'll have to come after you.
Okay, I will send this machine by the airplane or by something. I don't know.
Excellent.
But I see moves like this idea. I don't know what the mean of moving, talking about this idea.
Sorry, Obaid, I didn't quite catch that. What did you say last?
I watch move talking about the idea.
A movie, a movie.
Yeah, a movie. Yes.
Ah, yeah, there are quite a few different movies about time travel, actually. Um, all of them very entertaining, I think. All right, Obaid, well done. It's your turn to ask a question. Okay, you need to ask a question to Shafar using the second conditional. So if something something, what would he something something?
Okay. Condition number two.
Yes, so
Uh,
you need to think of a question to ask Shafar,
in the future or in the past?
whatever you like, but try to
Okay.
use this conditional that we're looking at on the screen.
Okay. Um, Shavia, do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
If you if you have 10 children, what you can do?
If you had 10 children, if you
Yeah.
had 10 children,
Yeah, if you had 10 children,
what would you
what you
do?
can do? What you do?
What?
Uh,
Maybe we should put what could you do, Shafar?
if I had 10 children, oh yeah, 10 children. I would, of course, I would take care of them,
kill,
and
kill yourself.
I would, yeah, yeah, I would struggle much maybe. I would struggle much to take care of them because it's too much. It's too a lot of a lot of children.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah,
too many children, Shafar, isn't it?
too much. Yeah, yes, it is.
All right, now Shafar, what we're going to do is go back the other way. So all of you are going to get a chance to get your own back on the person who asked you a question last time, okay? So Shafar, you can ask now Obaid a question. What question would you like to ask Obaid?
Okay, Obed. If you had chance to meet famous famous people, who would you like to meet? and why?
Good question.
I want to, yeah, I want to President Obama.
And why,
Why?
Obaid?
Because I want to tell him um, we don't need more war in the world.
Do you think he would listen to you?
Yeah?
Why?
Because he like to the base, I think.
Because he
You know,
likes what?
sweet, the beast. Beast,
He
you know,
likes to be
beast?
the best. The best.
Not best, beast, not opposite worm.
Beast.
Beast, yes. Beast,
So
opposite worm, yeah. I think Obama inside like beast.
he's like a beast. Okay, what do you mean
Yeah.
by that, Obaid?
Beast, beast opposite worm, you know?
So can you describe a bit more? Because I'm not following exactly what you mean.
Just I want to share. Mm,
No? You finished? All right. Well, Obaid, I would also love to meet President Obama. I think it's a great choice of person. Obaid, it's your turn to ask a question now to Natalie. So you can ask Natalie a question.
This is I beast this in the chat. Peace.
Oh, peace.
Yes.
I was gonna say I couldn't. Sorry. Sometimes if it's not a good connection, it's hard for me to hear the consonants.
Yeah.
All right. So you would talk to Obama about peace.
Yeah.
Well, you know who you should invite? Natalie, because she's got a Nobel Peace Prize. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Obaid.
Thank you.
Bye, Ken. All right, Obaid, you can ask Natalie now a question.
Nextly, okay, Nextly, if you if you arrives 8 years in the future, what you can do?
Ah, a time travel question, Natalie.
Sorry, I didn't get it. Which one was the question?
Could you repeat the question, please, Obaid?
Uh, if you if you arrived 18 years old,
All right.
yeah,
So hang on a
18.
sec, Obaid. If you were 18 years old again, is that what you mean?
If you arrive, maybe I don't know how I question this. If you arrive 85 years,
In the future or into the past?
I will talk to me.
yeah,
Sorry,
I
I'm
look.
just trying to clarify, Natalie.
I think it's that. Yeah. I will talk to me again, and I'll tell her, don't do that, don't do this. you know, go for this way. Don't talk with the people. Don't trust in him. Don't trust in them. you know? I'll by myself in 85 years. Wow. if I am alive, because I don't know if I can be alive in that point.
Yeah, if you're still alive, good point. If you're not still alive, Natalie, who else would you talk to, or what would you do if you're dead?
My
That'd be
nephew,
weird.
my niece, because I'm not sure if I had children in that time. So I will talk with my niece and my niece, and I don't know. Maybe I would like to see how is the world in that moment, and just get around and see if I can fix in the place,
Absolutely. All right, good question, Obaid. Natalie, you now can ask Mook. What's she something?
All right, Mom. If you had to eat only one kind of food for the rest of your life, which one would be? What would it be?
Okay. This one. I would pick the right. Yes,
Why?
because I like it. I like the rice. It can mix with anything. Yeah, and we can eat it just the just the rice, or we can fry it. Yeah, so I would pick the rice.
All right, so it's quite versatile, right? You can do a few things with to kind of make it a bit more interesting after 20
Yes.
years of eating it.
Yes.
How long do you think it would take you to get sick of eating rice, Mook?
Mm, I eat rice every day, so
And you're not sick of it, so forever.
yeah, I can.
All right, well, there you go. That wouldn't be too difficult for you. All right, Mook, your turn to ask Isaac now.
Yes, I said
Mm-hmm.
if if you became an animal, what would you like to be?
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Uh, I think if I became an animal, I would be a mm, well, I don't know how what choose or a bird or a dolphin. I don't know.
Okay, what three animals are you deciding between, Isaac? A bear, a
What?
dolphin, and a what?
Mm,
What was the first one you mentioned?
no, I mentioned two.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought there was three for some reason. Okay, a bear and a dolphin.
Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't know which
Wouldn't know which to
choose.
choose.
Yeah,
Okay, give me
fly or to to swim.
why? Why did you choose a bear or a dolphin? They seem to be quite different to me. What would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
what do you think would be good about a bear?
but I like skiing and sail.
Okay, so
I'm a
you
little bit strange.
all right. So if you're a bear, you get to live in the snow, and if you're a dolphin, you
Hmm.
get to live in the water, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So if he turns into a bear, he'll be the first skiing bear, and if he turns into a dolphin, he'll be the first sailing dolphin, right,
Mhm.
Isaac?
To swim at the side, the boat,
Inside
beside the
the
boat,
boat.
and jumping.
Oh, that's hilarious, Isaac. All right. So, guys, we've got 10 more minutes left of class. What we're going to do now is if you take a look at the chat box, I've tried to write down all of the questions that you guys have asked. I'm going to ask you now. You're allowed to pick a question out of any of the ones we've asked so far and answer it. So, have a quick look at the chat box and at the things that I've written. You'll see the questions there. And choose a question that you're going to answer. So I'm going to ask Mook first. Mook, choose a question.
I can't see the question. Where
Can't
is
see the
it?
questions? In
Yes,
the Verbling chat box.
person chat. Is this on the right hand?
Yeah, it's on the right hand side.
Mm, yeah, I didn't see it.
Oh, have you got the Google chat box up there?
Yes.
Alright, what I'll do is I'll post the questions into the Google chat box for you and I'll come back to you in a moment, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Alright, Natalie, you go first. You choose a question and answer it for me.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. And maybe the animal, if you can an animal, what would you like to be? I'd like to be an, e- an eagle, you know?
Eagle. Good
Yeah.
choice. Why?
Because I think it's a powerful animal, he's always uh, flying in the highs, and it means power. It means I mean, it's big, it's beautiful, it's strong. So I like that. I like the feel. I would like to have that feeling, you know. It's always
Absolutely.
looking for what's coming next. So I think it's a beautiful animal. So I would like to be an eagle. Yeah.
Great choice. And plus, you'd be able to fly. That would be cool. I
Yeah.
would like to know what it feels like to fly.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Natalie. Isaac, your turn. You can answer any question out of all of those in the chat box.
If you could travel in time, where would you like to go?
Okay.
If I could travel in time, I would like to go to Spain in the future and to see if we still continue like now in terms of politics and thoughts, or the country has advanced or grown to imitate or try to imitate some European countries, European neighbors,
Mhm. That's a
because
great one, Isaac.
I think we have a to lot things to imitate.
Absolutely. But you also have some amazing, valuable things. That's my perception.
Mm.
How far in the future would you go, Isaac? How many years?
Oh, well, 100.
100 years?
Yeah.
I think that would be a lot will have changed in 100 years. Who knows what, but a
Yeah,
lot.
but Spaniards are mm, there are some traditionals in more aspects
Yeah, more
and
traditional
change.
in some
Yeah,
respects.
yeah,
Hmm.
and change. I think it would or it will arrive slowly.
Thank you. I think that's a great point. Very well answered.
Mm.
Um, all right, so Mook, your turn now. Have you chosen a question?
Yes. If you could travel in time, where would you like to go? I would like to go back in time in, I would like to go back in Thailand in 100 years ago.
Hmm.
Yes, I would like to see what it looks like the environment. I think it's gonna be so different from now. Like the natural, the trees, the animal. Yes,
The nature. So kind of less developed, maybe, Mook? More
yes,
nature, less crowds, less cities, that type of thing?
yes.
Amazing. Um, yeah, I think it would be very cool if we could travel in time, I have to say. So Isaac would go to the future, but you would go to the past. All right. Obeyed. Have you chosen a question?
For you?
From any of the questions in the chat box, you can choose any. So have a look in, maybe the Google one is easier to see now because I've put them all in there.
If you could travel in time, where would you like to go?
Okay, and what's your answer?
Travel to Chinese.
To China, to China.
Yeah, go China. Yes,
And when? When in China would you go? The past or the future of China?
the future. In the future.
How many years?
Not me. 1 year just.
Just 1 year. Next year. You go to
Yeah,
China in
next.
2015.
Yes.
Why?
I want to buy something there and hang out there and discover many culture there.
Sounds good. Well, Obeid, you could achieve your dream by maybe saving up some money, or maybe you could actually achieve this dream. You don't have to travel into the future. You could just go to China.
Yes.
Excellent. All right, everybody, well done. You worked really, really well with the second conditional. If you've mentioned anything or made any mistakes or said something really good, I've probably typed it into one of the chat boxes, so do take a look at that before you go. But thanks all for coming along. I have to go now because I've got another class coming right up, so if you're interested in practicing your writing, we're going to be having a brainstorm and writing about our favourite things, which is one of my favourite writing topics. So do come on and join me if you want. Otherwise, I hope you all have a really great day, because I think it's morning for all of you. And is going to get the lottery results and then come back and win the lottery, right, Natalie?
Okay. Thank
Good
you.
strategy.
Thank
All right.
you, teacher.
Take care, everybody. See you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Luke,
I'm from Thailand.
from Thailand?
Yes.
How exciting. You're my first student from Thailand.
Oh, really? That's good.
Wow, I've always wanted to go to Thailand. What kind of weather are you having there at the moment? Is it hot? Is it always
It's
hot
hot.
in Thailand?
Yeah, it's always hot. But now it's raining. Yeah.
It's raining. Oh, okay, fair enough. It's raining here too, so nothing new there. Well, Mook, welcome to Dublin and welcome to this class. If you have any questions about anything, you get stuck with what you're doing, let us know, okay?
Yes. Okay. Thank
All right, welcome. Who else do we have here? We have Natalie.
Yes, that's right.
Hello, Natalie. Nice to meet you. I'm Amy.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah? Where are you from, Natalie?
I'm from Colombia.
Ah, so you speak Spanish. Very good. And tell me, why are you learning English?
Because I like it. Because
Great.
right now I'm living in a speaker country, a speaking English country, so
Ah,
English
where are you
speaker
living?
country. Sorry, in London.
You're living in wonderful London. Oh, well, that's good. So you're using your English every day.
Yes, more or less. Not every day, but I try all the time, but it's not.
These tell you a bit more concrete information about each teacher. So if you go ahead, click on the link of mine, what you'll see is some information about me as a teacher, who I am, and what I've been doing. Also, my upcoming classes here on Verbling. So if you're interested in my classes, you can take a look at what's coming up in the next week or so and book a slot, if you like. If you click on the follow button, then you'll be automatically notified of classes from that teacher, which is great, very handy. And also, you can see my schedule. So if private tutoring is something that interests you, by private tutoring, what I mean is that you can have a class just one-on-one with the teacher. So not a class, but a tutoring session. Then you can see my schedule, and this is the same for all teachers, from our Verbling teacher pages, where you can choose a slot and book a slot with us if you'd like to focus on something really specific or get something a bit more out of your time. You can also write me a message. So do send me a message if you have any questions or want to find out more. Okay, that being behind us now, let's see who we've got to join us in this conversation using the conditional tenses. Say firstly hello to Mook.
Yes. Hi.
Hello, it's nice to meet you, Mook. I haven't met you before, have I?
Yes, I just signed up for this website today.
Woohoo! A new Verbling student. Welcome.
Yes.
It's lovely to meet you. Where are you from, Mook? Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Verbling class. My name is Teacher Amy, and today's class is on the conditional tenses. Okay, it doesn't sound that exciting, does it? but don't worry, we're going to mix it up a bit. The point of today's class is to have a bit of a practice of the conditional tenses in English, which are occasionally a bit of a challenge for some of you. So we will be looking at a little bit of an explanation of how to use these tenses so that everyone gets on the right track. And then we're just going to be talking informally about situations or questions that involve the use of the conditional tenses. So if you want to practice your usage of conditionals, that's mostly statements which contain the word if and a condition, then come along and join us. Before we get started, let me give you 2 links in the chat box. They'll help you with your time here on Verbling. All of the teachers have a Facebook page, which is the first link, and a Verbling teacher page, which is the second link. And you can take a look at those. The first one is the Facebook page link. Now, Facebook, I think everybody knows what Facebook is. The reason why we have these is because it's a really good way to keep in touch with students and teachers in a kind of informal way, just to make comments or share things. You can see what's coming up. A lot of teachers put their classes on there. So do go and check that out if you're into Facebook. If not, don't worry, because we also have Verbling teacher pages.
It's not easy.
I agree with that. So are you there by yourself, Natalie, or with your family or friends?
I'm with the husband right now.
Okay, so you can speak in Spanish with him when you get sick of Londoners.
Yeah. We already started speaking Spanish, so it's a little complicated for us so to speak in English, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, it's lovely to meet you. I like your picture of Stonehenge. I used to live very near Stonehenge in near Salisbury. So there you go. An interesting fact for you. Welcome to the class. Who else do we have here? Isaac. Hello.
Hi, teacher. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, Isaac, I can't remember if I've met you or not. Have we met?
Yeah.
We
Yeah, one
have.
class.
I thought I recognised your picture. Can you remind me, where are you from?
Valencia, Spain.
Ah, okay. Well, that's great. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the class, Isaac. And we also have
you.
Araceli.
Hello, how are you, teacher?
I'm great, thank you. How do I say your name, firstly?
It's Araceli.
Araceli.
I'll try to write it down. Yeah, like that.
Where are you from?
I'm from Spain.
Which part of Spain?
Now I am in Alicante, in Denia, but I usually live in Madrid,
Well,
in the
good
center
morning
of
to you
Spain.
too.
But now I'm on holiday, so I'm
Yay!
I moved to the coast, and I'm
That sounds
my family
wonderful.
lives in Valencia, so I like to. Yeah, it's I know there is a lot of people from Britain here, actually.
Please don't
Yeah,
talk about them, Araceli. So embarrassing. Lots of awful British people going to Spain to get a tan and not speaking Spanish. Oh, but okay. It's great that you're on holiday in Alicante, and sorry, I just couldn't hear you very well because there seemed to be a connection issue. But welcome to the class. Are you a fan of Frozen? Do you know what I mean when I say Frozen, Araceli? I'm just looking at your picture. Is that a character from the Disney movie? No? Are you still there? Oh, we've lost her. All right. Hopefully